Today we are getting our first look at Jerry Cerato, the Army veteran and former VA employee accused of shooting and killing a psychologist Tuesday. This is a file mugshot ABC-7 obtained with the help of the Sheriff's Office in Victoria County, Texas. Deputies there arrested Cerato and charged him with DWI back in 1997.
This is also our first look at Dr. Timothy Feuerbach, the VA psychologist shot and killed by Cerato. The picture was taken during a ribbon-cutting ceremony in 2001. FBI investigators say Dr. Feuerbach gave up a successful private practice to work with the VA and veterans returning from war.
Good afternoon. Thank you for joining us. I'm Rick Cabrera.
And I'm Estela. Casas. Good afternoon. VA Secretary Robert McDonald was in town today, just 2 days after the tragedy at the main VA office here in El Paso. ABC-7's Darren Hunt joins us live with our top story. Darren.
Estela, McDonald was quick to offer condolences to everyone affected. He spent a couple of hours at the VA facility this morning trying to comfort people that are still reeling from this incident. Now, tensions seemed high this morning at the facility, which remained closed for the second straight day. Now, we were not allowed inside, but McDonald came outside to speak with the media along with Peter Dancy, the acting director of the El Paso VA healthcare system. He said in addition to employees, he also met with Fort Bliss Commanding General Stephen Twitty, Congressman Beto O'Rourke, and Mayor Oscar Leeser. McDonald's comments today centered mostly on the tragedy still fresh in the minds of many, but he also addressed concerns regarding issues affecting the VA, like the time it takes to see a doctor. I asked McDonald, who has been on the job for less than 6 months, how long it will take to fix the problems.
Thank you very much. We're seeing positive results already. As I said, wait times are down 18%. Claims backlog is down 61%. Homeless is down 33%. And we're making the long-term changes we need to make in order to make sure we sustain that progress, because we're not where we need to be. And we know that.
McDonald went on to say that security measures are being reviewed at all VA facilities. Coming up at 6, we'll have more from McDonald on the VA's progress, and you'll also hear from Dancy, the El Paso VA's acting director, for the first time since Tuesday's tragic events. Rick and Estelle.
We'll see you at 6, Darren. Thank you. The VA clinic was still turning away patients today. Officials tell ABC-7 patient appointments will resume tomorrow at 1 in the afternoon. However, all employees should report to work at their regularly scheduled times. There will be increased security. Your ID and bags will be checked. Coming up on ABC-7 at 6, we'll hear from a former security guard at William Beaumont Army Medical Center who tells ABC-7 he and dozens of his colleagues were laid off the day of the shooting. We ask him if he feels he would have been able to prevent the tragedy. Tonight on ABC-7 at 6.
Rick, a bizarre story out of Las Cruces has police investigators trying to locate a couple who dropped off a dead man at a hospital. ABC-7's Denise Olivas has more on this story developing now. Denise.
Estela, police say the couple dropped off 54-year-old Norman Means at Memorial Medical Center in Las Cruces on New Year's Day. The couple didn't give that much information to hospital staff before taking off.
The couple drove up to the hospital, went inside, asked for a wheelchair. They got a wheelchair. They placed Mr. Means' body in that wheelchair. At the time, the hospital didn't know that he was deceased.
Police emailed ABC-7 these photos taken by the hospital's surveillance system. And in this first photo, you can see the couple here with the wheelchair. They told hospital staff that they picked up Means in Deming. And in this next surveillance photo, you can see the car that the couple was riding in, a gray or tan four-door sedan, that's according to police. And detectives want to speak with the couple to find out how and exactly where Means died. Right now, this is not considered a suspicious death. Las Cruces police tell our New Mexico mobile newsroom Means did not have visible injuries when he was left at Memorial Hospital. Investigators learned that he was diabetic and was still recovering from a self-inflicted gunshot wound from July of last year. Police believe Means has lived in Silver City and Oregon, New Mexico. And Las Cruces Crime Stoppers is offering a $1,000 reward for any information that may lead to the couple. If you have any information, you can call the number on your screen, 1-800-222-TIPS. That's 8477. We also have this information posted online at KVIA.com. Estela, back to you.
That's certainly a bizarre story. Thank you very much. Storm Track weather now. Here's a live look outside, courtesy of the exclusive ABC-7 Mountain Cam. Our Storm Track weather team lifted its first alert today, but that doesn't mean it's going to get warmer. Chief Meteorologist Dr. Dave Spielman has our first forecast. Doppler.
Well, we are certainly tracking another cold front, which we're going to be talking about. That's going to be blasting in here again for tomorrow. But let me take you out to the WeatherNet sites and share what the temperatures are doing right now. The top number there in white is your current temp. The bottom numbers, the high and low that we hit today. 43 up in Canutillo, 45 here at ABC-7 Studios, and Greater El Paso Landfill out there in Clint. 44 the high there. They are currently at 42. Well, here's a look at our current temperatures with the wind chill right next to it. 43 in El Paso out the airport, 43 Deming, 40 Las Cruces, 41 in Alamogordo. But again, the winds are going to pick up tomorrow with this other cold front coming in from the northeast. So we'll talk about what that means. Plus, we still have a chance for some precip across the area. We'll outline all that coming up.
Doppler, thank you. 6 local school districts and several private schools started the school day at 10 this morning. They were worried about the icy roads, and while their intentions were good, the move left some parents shuffling their schedules to take their children to school. ABC-7's Maria Garcia continues our storm track weather coverage. Maria?
Hi, Rick. EPISD, along with other smaller school districts, made the decision last night to have a delayed start to the school day today. Now, our meteorologists forecasted that there was only about a 20% chance of freezing rain in isolated areas, so we wanted to know why the districts made that decision. Now, an EPISD spokeswoman tells me the district was working with the City and County Emergency Management District to track the potential for freezing rain, but really they weren't going to know how bad it was going to be until 4 this morning. She says the last time they tried to warn parents early in the morning of a delayed start or cancellation, it was chaotic. Some parents didn't get the message in the morning, she says. That's why the district wanted to err on the side of caution to give parents a heads up the night before so families could make plans before going to bed.
Some of our buses are picking up students an hour and a half beforehand. So some of those kids could have already been out at the bus stop by the time, parents got notified if we made a call in the morning. So we just made the most prudent choice for us was to make it last night.
Yeah, I am going to work late.
No problem. Yeah, just woke up later. And brought them over.
Schools in Anthony ISD, Canutillo ISD, EPISD again, Gadsden ISD, Sinelli, and Clint ISDs all started school at 10 this morning. Isleta and Socorro ISDs both decided to wait until 5 a.m. to make that call, and they decided to have a normal school day, no delay there. Now, EPISD officials tell me that once Fort Bliss decided to have a late start, they decided it would be prudent to follow suit. We're live in West El Paso. Maria Garcia, ABC-7.
I don't envy any of those school districts. Tough decisions to make, definitely. Maria, thank you very much. Well, TxDOT's district engineer in El Paso says we should expect more traffic on Mesa this spring. We'll tell you why.
Plus, another example of why a borderline community is commonly referred to as a hotspot when it comes to job opportunities. A live report from our New Mexico mobile newsroom.
She was my little angel baby. She always will be. Now she really is.
A Florida mother is devastated after her 5-year-old daughter is thrown over a bridge into freezing water. You won't believe who police say is to blame. And in storm track weather, Doppler.
Well, the clouds are going to hang around. We're tracking another cold front heading in our direction. We'll talk about your changing weather again for Friday coming up.